Hello, my loves. I want to apologize really quick for those of you who saw the initial video that I posted that had no sound. It's sort of been one of those energies that's been playing. The first video I posted was actually a previous Patreon video, and then once I got the right video uploaded, somehow there was no audio sound at all. So here I am recording you a new full wolf Cancer moon message. And I'm going to trust whatever is landing right here and right now is exactly what was meant to come through for you. Clearly, we are in a very big recalibration. I'm not an astrologer by any means, but I've been feeling that this moon is specifically very intense and very powerful in supporting us in this ascension energies. Some of the main topics that have been really coming up are this sort of teenage retrieval essence. So during the time when you're coming of age, sort of preteen, teenage to young adult years, where you're really working to come into your own energy and essence in a new way of being, you're sort of getting to know who you are, but you're obviously physically going through a tremendous amount of changes and really coming into your fertility in the sexual energies, which is ultimately your life force and your creation power. But of course, back in the day, many of us were not taught about any of that. And so what's happening is as we're learning that, and we're learning to care for ourselves as we're embodying into who we are authentically now, we're actually in a position to be able to work with and wield those powers and those energies. And so, what's happening is many are at this time seem to be experiencing memories or thoughts or reconnecting with friends from that time frame, all as a way to support you in recalling and retrieving those essences. Now, there may be a bandwidth of memories that are stemming from those really fun, playful energies, coming of age, connecting with your friends, the music, the time spent together, etc. But then there's also the other side of it that as we were in those years, in a lot of situations, you could also sort of be in times of experiencing different traumas, especially as you're coming of age and trying to get to know yourself. And so the second theme that seems to be twinning with this potentially for those of you that resonate is this energy of not just retrieving that beautiful, gorgeous creation essence from our youthful days and reincorporating it with who we are now. It's also an opportunity to deepen into releasing any of the victim energies from that time, throughout this lifetime. And when I say this, this is not in any way, shape, or form connected to any form of judgment in these victim energies. What, in truth, when another adult or adults are responsible for you and you're not able to fully care for yourself or make your own decisions, in some cases, you sort of are a victim to the circumstances or the decisions or situations that those adults put you in, or maybe are not aware of, or not supporting you, or didn't support you with. And so at that time, at that age, you essentially were in some form a victim of the circumstances. But now that you care for yourself and prioritize yourself and love yourself, you can go back and retrieve those essences and actually unravel the roots of the victim energy so that you can be free to step fully into your power. Okay. And some of the themes that are coming up with this is your capacity to make a choice of what you participate in or not. And you may still at times find yourself in circumstances where you are sort of at the whim of someone else's decisions. Like if someone else has a responsibility in the dynamic or the situation that you're in. personally, professionally, or planetarily, this can be coming up in different ways where you sort of feel like I'm my sovereign being, but the choices and decisions other people make may have a direct effect on me and my life. Okay. And to some degree, this is absolutely true. But I've discovered over my time in my life that there's actually more that we're capable of doing than we've been taught as far as unraveling out of those beliefs. Yes, it's true to a degree. You know, we all affect one another to a degree, right? This is the collective consciousness. But you, as a sovereign being in your power, can choose in the energetics and state for yourself what you will or won't agree to. So if you're in a circumstance where you're depending on another person to take responsibility for their part, what you can do is focus on your part, agreeing to do your part, and then offering in the energetics them the opportunity to fulfill their part. What feels very important is that we don't allow ourselves to go into victim mode and either take on the burden of where they are dropping the ball, right? You sort of hand it back to the origin. I'm responsible for me, but I'm not going to take on the responsibility of others. With this, sometimes there's a gray area where you kind of have to take on a bit of the responsibility to care for yourself. So you do what you have to do to prioritize you and not feel completely like a victim to someone else's irresponsibility, and then you give it energetically back to the origin. If you're not sure where the origin is, you simply ask your higher self and source, hey, my intention is that I'm going to be fully responsible for me and what is mine, but I will not take the burden or shoulder other people's responsibility. And you sort of energetically hand it back over and let yourself come more stably into your own power. And then when you are in a position to care for yourself, you do what you need to do to continue to step into your power and care for yourself and prioritize yourself. Even if the other people, places, or things are not doing their responsibility, instead of feeling buried, like I said, you give them their part back, unbury yourself, and you start to take step by step processes to get yourself where you need to be. In some circumstances, is it fair that you got in that situation? No. But is it a huge opportunity for you to stabilize deeper into your power? Yes. Is it an opportunity for you to practice the embodiment of the wisdom that you have been gaining? Yes. So use the opportunity to allow yourself to reestablish yourself more deeply into your truth, into your sovereignty, and into your standards. Okay, my loves. And this obviously seems to be presenting during this moon, but it is not the only time that this message will be relevant. Of course, these are things in ways that you can continue to support yourself as you move forward. But these themes seem to be very huge right now. Even yesterday in my Harmonious Hearts Patreon, I did a video about the divine feminines really like going back through these memories and retrieving her essence and her youthful essence and sacred sexuality. I was picking up on that theme, and multiple people were kind of blown away that they had been processing similar energies all through the weekend. So let me know in the comments, have these been themes that are coming up for you? Are they making sense for you? Because my sense is this next few days and weeks as we're moving forward is going to be a huge opportunity for this inner teen soul essence retrieval, which will support you in your youthfulness, accompanied by your wisdom of all of your experiences. And now you actually have the tools and the capacity to learn how to work with and wield those true, gorgeous, beautiful essences that were sort of blooming and blossoming as you were coming of age. And in many cases may have been, you know, not fully blossomed to protect you or sort of frozen off or preserved. I like to think of it as being preserved for the time when you were ready to actually work with and wield those gorgeous energies. So, although there might be some uncomfortable things coming up, it does overall feel like a very gorgeous, beautiful, empowering opportunity. And, Cancer energy is that, emotional energy and really working with harnessing those powers. And then you couple that with a moon, a full moon, which is the emotional energies. But I love that it is the wolf moon as well, because the wolf signifies wisdom, teaching, the teacher energy, and embodying the wisdom. So, working with your emotions, working with your wisdom, embracing and reparenting and supporting yourself in whatever is occurring now, but also maybe be aware that you're actually working with some of your inner teen essences and supporting that part of yourself all the way back through the years throughout this lifetime. Okay, my loves, beautiful work, loving this energy. You know what? Before I go, I'm going to pull a quick card. This is basically the similar messages that came through on the original video, but it feels, I guess, maybe a bit more succinct. So the universe clearly wanted to present it in this way. Ooh, we got two. Oh, wow. We got sensuality, feminine wisdom, just to go ahead and confirm that energy that might be coming up for many of the feminines. And this tenderness, true love, and compassion. And this feels so gorgeous to me right now. I'm probably moving into some of the other energies that'll be up and coming around really holding true love and compassion for ourselves and for others as like we're moving into this retrieval time. And as I'm sitting here, for those of you that are connected with me on Harmonious Hearts, I do feel like I'll be going into some more messages for the Divine Sacred Feminine Collective over there. But overall, the essences and energies are really coming through that the divine sacred feminine, internal or external, these gifts are really starting to come online. And this is for all of us, even if you're not connected with the Divine Union Collective, you're still a human being on this planet that embodies both feminine and masculine essences. And so, as we embody more deeply into our creation energy and our sensual energies and our intuitive creative energies, that is part of working with the feminine essences on our planet. Okay, my love. So, there feels like as we get through this process of this soul youth essence retrieval, it does feel like a beautiful, soft, but strong, sacred, feminine, loving, compassionate essence, which makes perfect sense when you're nurturing and nourishing and replenishing your inner teen and inner child and sort of those mothering energies and essences. All right, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear from you. Let me know how this is resonating for you. If you want to share some of the things you've been experiencing, you're most welcome to do so in the comments. And I will leave my information and schedule in the pinned comments. And I hope you have a beautiful, fruitful opportunity through this beautiful Cancer Wolf full moon. All right, much love. Take care.